What's up? Welcome to The Art of Hustle. I am the Andre Paris Copeland. Now, you are here because you're a hustler. You're here because you like making money. That's what I'm about, making money, being positive, and being intelligent about it. So, welcome to the show. It's my little contribution to the internet world. What I want to do here is motivate. I also want to educate, and I want to teach you how to try to dominate. And that's what we're here to do as hustlers. You're not here to just play around. So let's just kind of get into it for a minute. The first thing I'm going to talk about is this word that I like to throw around a lot, is hustle, because it's a reminder to me to keep pushing. A hustler, by definition of Wikipedia and in the corporate definition of hustler, is someone who's aggressively goes after what they want by any means, even if it means to break the law, i.e. a prostitute. That's what they'll actually say. But that's not my definition of a hustler, and that's not a definition that most of us really use as for it. A lot of us think a hustler is a drug dealer. Not necessarily so. That's like saying only a basketball player that plays in the pros can play ball. Anybody can play ball. They just do it extremely well and get paid for it. Anybody can hustle. Anybody can hustle. But drug dealers just seem to do it a lot more aggressively and have kind of coined the phrase. Or the criminal element has kind of coined the phrase. That's not it. Nurses can be hustlers. Doctors can be hustlers. Hell, a teacher can be a hustler. What their product is what their skill is. So a teacher's product is education. A nurse's product is her knowledge of how to take care of patients and assist doctors. Hell, a janitor's hustle could be his ability to clean, his ability to take care of an area. That's his hustle. But the question is, what kind of hustler are you? Are you a one-dimensional hustler? Or are you a person that's a true hustler, like the way I am defining it? A true hustler is someone who does whatever they have to do by any means necessary to reach their goal. So they don't necessarily have to go just the simple traditional route to do it. They'll go alternative routes. They'll go up, they'll go down, they'll go left. They'll do whatever they got to do to get done what they need to get done. And if they're smart, it doesn't have to be illegal. That's just what they sold you, because they don't really want hustlers in the world. They want workers in the world. But we not them. Like someone taught me a long time ago, man, we cut from a different cloth. And if you even attracted to this idea of the art of hustle, you cut from a different cloth. So let's get to it. Let's start talking about what this game really is. All right, so a hustler. Let's go to Hustling 101. A hustler is someone who aggressively goes after anything that they want by traditional means and untraditional means. Sometimes that means being a criminal, but that's not the sole avenue that hustlers take. See, there's a huge difference between a hustler and a scammer. A scammer is someone that's running around here trying to trick people out their money. They're trying to sell you a broken amp. They're trying to sell you some fake Gucci bags. They're trying to scam you out of your money. Real hustlers don't do that. Like I was taught there again by some old players, and that's why I'm on here now, because old players taught me this game. So I'm trying to teach it to you young boys and girls that's out there that really want to make money. A hustler won't scam you. That's a thief. That's a lowbrow person. A good hustler will make you give it to him. So if you got something that I want, I'm going to find a way to make you give it to me. Now, I may have to give you some money for it. I may have to barter with you about it. But what I'm going to do is convince you that it's good for you to give that to me. And when we walk away, we both will be happy. That's hustling. That's what hustlers do. Hustlers create win-win-win situations. Not I win, you lose. That's a scammer. We're not living like that. That's not what I'm trying to get across here. What I'm trying to get across here is you to be upstanding, straightforward. You don't lie. You don't bullshit. You don't do none of that. You get educated. You figure out what that person wants for the thing that they have that you want, and then you find a way to give it to them. That's hustling 101. You understand that? Does that make sense to you? Good hustlers, man, the way I was raised, and we'll get into the way I was raised in a minute. But I just wanted to get this off my chest right now. I'm in Atlanta. My house damn near just got torn down by a tornado. I don't have any fucking power. But I told myself that I was going to do this today. So I'm not letting that situation stop me because I'm a hustler. I set a stage and I said I'm going to go get it. Well, the tree almost fell on the house and you don't have any power and I adapt because that's what hustlers do. You adapt. You don't just sit and wait. That's the complete opposite of hustling. So if I was to sit around here and go, well, damn, man, I got to wait for the power to come back on. I got to wait for wifey to, get everything in order, around the house. I got to make sure the kids are there. I wouldn't be hustling. I'd be waiting. That's the opposite of what we do. We get up, we get out, and we get something. Like my boys Goody Mob used to say, y'all know what that is. You get up, you get out, and you go get it. That's what we do. When you're a hustler, you'll go get it. You don't let nobody tell you when it is. They don't let nobody tell you what the rules are. They tell you got to go 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. All right. You're going to do that. Then you're going to go take it to another level. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to take it wherever it needs to go for you to get what you came to get. And that's what we do. All right. So when it comes to credit, man, listen to me. You got to get your credit right because your credit will save you. It'll carry you, actually. Realistically, man, you really shouldn't be investing in any businesses with your own paper. You really should just be using credit and flipping it. But anybody gonna tell you that? Nobody's gonna tell you that. Everybody gonna tell you don't get credit. You don't want to use credit to interest rates and da da da. Because they're talking about personal credit. Business credit is what you want to flip, and we'll get into that later on. But we're gonna start off with the personal. We'll start off with some real basic stuff. So what you want to do with your personal credit, man? You want to make sure that you get your FICO score up as high as you can. The way you're going to do that is you're going to clean your credit. You're going to take everything, all the blemishes off of your credit. They don't really, people think that they focus heavy on the number. The number is great, but if you don't have any flaws on there, that's even better. So first thing we got to do is take all those flaws off of your credit. That's the first thing you want to do. You can do that with dispute letters. You look at the situation and you go, okay, wait a minute, this isn't correct. No, I owe them money, but they said I didn't pay them in January, or the account is dated for the wrong date. Oh, they got to take that off my credit. It's not whether or not you owe the money or not. It's whether or not the information is accurate on your credit. And if you know how to do that, and you know how to look at the credit and differentiate that, you can say, no, that's not correct. They say I owe them $300. I clearly owe them $200. They got to take that off my credit. That's how that works. So to get your credit up, one thing you want to do, and I want to talk to the people who don't have any credit. That's what I'm going to talk to right now. This lesson is about to be for. Because I go off into a tangent in all kind of directions. But we're going to go to the people that don't have any credit or want to build their credit and make their credit better. The way you're going to do that, man, is you're going to get a credit card. And I'm going to put these credit cards on the screen. And these 2 credit cards that you want to get, one of them is a New Coast Direct card, and the other one is a My Jewelers Club card. Both of those cards will be worth 5 G's. They don't do no background. They don't do no credit check. They don't do nothing. All you got to do is pay a $99 fee for it to be on there. And that's you purchasing something. So you look up the rules. Get these 2 credit cards. Put them on your credit. Do not use them. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Do not use them. They're not for you to get and then go out and trick off and buy a bunch of nonsense. That's not what they're for. They're there to just boost the numbers. That's all you want them to do. You pay the little simple fee and then you vault them. Every month or so you go out and you may buy something that costs you maybe $100, maybe $50, and then you pay that off as soon as you buy it. That cash is already in your pocket when you buy it. I'm going to buy this just to put a little activity on it, and then I'm going to go right from here and mail them a payment. That's it. That's it. If you do that in about maybe 2 months, 3 months, your credit will go whew, because you got an extra $10,000 worth of credit on your credit line. So it looks like, hey man, this dude is pretty good, man. He got $10,000 worth of credit. He only had, let's say he only had $15,000 4 months ago. Now he's got another 10. That makes him worth about $25,000 worth of credit. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, let's give him more credit. And then they increase that. That's how that works. So check these two credit cards out. I got 2 myself. Bang, bang. These are cards right here. Bang, bang, bang. You don't need to see my numbers and shit. But I got the cards myself. So I don't really give game that I don't do. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing the shit. 9 times out of 10. Now, there's going to be some things I'm going to give you advice for that I don't do. But I will be doing them if I'm not doing them already. So remember that. Get your credit game straight. Because it's going to carry you. Remember, if you're going to be a hustler, you got to be disciplined. So if you get these cards in your hand and they're worth $10,000, man, you go out and spend $9,000 worth of credit up, bro. You're not a hustler, man. You're a customer. You're a customer. And the hustlers, you know what you are to us. A meal. You a meal. So don't do that. Have some discipline. Have some focus. Have some vision. Couple that vision with some courage, and you can get to the top of that mountain, bro. Trust me. That money's out there. That money is out there. So keep your credit straight. Get these 2 cards. It's going to boost your credit. Do not use them. Pay whatever fees you need to pay. Do not use them. And in 2 or 3 months, you're going to watch your credit go whoop. Now that your credit is up, I'll teach you what to do with that. And that don't mean you run out and go buy a damn Bentley. Tell you can pay for a Bentley. We gonna get you there. Holla. All right, what's up? What's up? Here we go, man. Let's get some historical perspective on the art of hustling, or the philosophy of hustle, if you will. Hustlers have always been here, gonna always be here. America's made up of hustlers. Period, point blank. You can call them businessmen at this point if you want to, but they ultimately had to start off as hustlers. They had to have a vision for something that generally no one else can see, and they had to make it happen. Well, from an economic standpoint, us as a black community, we've always had our own industries. We've always had our own business districts. We've always had our own areas of town, if you will, where we exchanged and did business. And so I want to go into a little bit of history and let you guys know the history of what some of our hustlers have done and some of the things that they have created. Now, some of those things are still here. Some of those things have been destroyed. I live here in Atlanta, and today we're going to get into an area of town called Auburn Avenue, or as it used to be called, Sweet Auburn. Now, Auburn Avenue is, of course, known for one of the most famous people of Atlanta's history. MLK, Martin Luther King, lived on Auburn Avenue. His house and historical building is there. It's a lot of history on Auburn Avenue. But what people really don't know, man, is Auburn Avenue was a booming commerce, almost like a 42nd Street in New York, or a major industry. A major street and a major place for black businesses. You had black-owned everything up and down the street. Everything from the WERD radio station, which was black-owned. You had the Atlanta Daily World, which is a black-owned newspaper. You had hundreds of restaurants and shops and boutiques, and all black-owned, all thriving, all doing well on this one street, which is fairly long, but a little bit of everything was on the street. It was all self-contained. They didn't have to go anywhere to make their own money. And you had a lot of great people that came out of Sweet Auburn. You had great places. You have the Royal Peacock, which is a club that's still open today. Everybody came through Royal Peacock. Everybody from James Brown to Aretha Franklin to hell, Little John performed and used to DJ at the Royal Peacock back in the day when we was kids. So we've done a lot. Now, you had a guy there by the name of John Wesley Dobbs. Okay, John Wesley Dobbs was an organizer. He organized the Atlanta Negro Voters League to get into politics. And Dobbs also has a monument down there that says Through His Eyes. It's a great looking monument. He was a very great player in the Atlanta business game back at that time. He organized voters, he organized people, he did great things in Atlanta. Also, you had a brother by the name of Alonzo Herndon. Now, Alonzo Herndon was born a slave. As he grew up, he turned about 20 years old, moved away from his family, moved to Jonesboro, where he had already gotten his freedom because emancipation had gone through. When he got there, when he got to the Jonesboro area, he opened up a barbershop. One of the best hustlers right there, he opened up a barbershop. Then once he opened up that barbershop, he was so successful, he moved into Atlanta. Then he started investing in real estate. At one point, man, he owned over 100 shops and properties along the Auburn Avenue. He founded the Atlanta Life Insurance Company, which was a black-owned life insurance company. Back in 1920, the Atlanta Insurance Company expanded to a bunch of different states. Then he invested in the community. He invested in the YMCA, Atlanta University, Herndon Nursery. He took care of the community. He was a great, great man, businessman, but before he was a businessman, he was a hustler just like us.